here to learn. I'm not here to fuck around.
I'm starting to feel myself getting jealous sometimes.
It's a great pleasure to welcome Guy Rubino, executive chef of Rain Restaurant in Toronto.
The prize today is a stage from Guy.
Day in the kitchen with Guy Rubino.
That's the dream of a lifetime for me right there.
This was a really tough decision. But the one dish that we all agreed upon.
I was caught off guard.
Excuse me? What?
No, sorry.
This is your time to shine, you're gonna be just fine. It's your time and I look how far you come, open your eyes. This is your time tonight, it turned out alright, you don't have to fight tonight. Look how far you come, open your eyes. Look how far you come, open your eyes.
Previously on Chef School.
It's exam day.
It's exam day.
You should be aiming for 101% of everything that you do, everything you cook.
This is gonna be a breeze.
Allison is doing some of the classic areas of cooking.
If I can't tell how to flavor anything, then how am I ever going to be good at it?
I think I might have got the highest mark.
I don't agree with you where you say this isn't burnt. This is burnt.
Chef Baxter has given me a 76%. Like 76%, that's the best I can get from him. I mean, really. It's so frustrating when every day and do everything like perfectly. And it's still not good enough. Getting all B's and C's.
And from his excuse of, oh, I don't think I burnt the fish, that kind of stuff, it's hard to see that he's got talent. It's just he has no room for learning.
The Arctic char meuniere, gave it a nice little flour crust and it's burnt.
If you just, every time you make a mistake, you just keep listing off excuses, you're never gonna learn.
I said it was burnt. It was a little blacker than it should have been, but still.
Like, I've tried some of his stuff and it was, like, bad.
I don't really feel like I'm one of the gang, you know? A lot of them live together and basically everybody lives with someone else. And,
Yeah.
you know, I live with you. And so it's like, you're my team.
And I don't know anything.
As much as I like Dave and as much as I wish him well, like, you know, sometimes you gotta step up and you gotta take responsibility.
Oh, you're cute.
Today we've got a new instructor. We're leaving Neil behind and we're going to work with Brian Steele.
So, welcome to the second trimester, if you will. I'm Brian Steele. I'm the chef here at the Old Prune.
Apparently people who do really well with Baxter tend to not do as well with Steele.
If Chef Baxter likes you, Chef Steele doesn't. If Chef Steele likes you, Chef Baxter doesn't. And so I think Chef Steele is gonna like me quite a bit.
So, without further ado, let's talk about stir frying.
Stir fry,
To stir fry is not much different from the French sauté.
but it is done in a wok, not a sauté pan.
It lays greater emphasis on speed, which depends on having the ingredients cut up into little strips ahead of time.
So, you will work in pairs, as per usual. And for this week, I think I'd like Mike and Kelsey to work together.
Mike is adorable. I love Mike. He's so fun.
I think Kelsey's cute, definitely.
Tim and Danielle.
I think Mike has a crush on Kelsey. A huge one.
Richard and Alex.
I've never heard anything about it, and I've definitely not heard anything from Kelsey.
David and Joyce. Ben and Allison.
I kind of feel bad for Mike.
He has the hots for her so badly.
I mean, Kelsey has a boyfriend.
Matt and Andrew.
My honest impression is that Kelsey's a little fickle.
Come on, you guys. Come on down here.
I'm such a partier. It's a habit I really need to break, actually. It's bad.
So first, for stir-fried veg, we need to clean these by nipping off the ends.
If she breaks up with her boyfriend, I definitely got to give her a week or two, because you don't want to be the immediate rebound type thing. But yeah, definitely ask her out.
I don't know. I don't think anybody in my class really likes me, as in dating-wise.
Our broccoli, and then cut rather long pieces.
There's definitely a lot a flirting going on?
Definitely, I would have to say I'm definitely flirtatious sometimes.
Squid. The most appetizing of creatures, eh? So, grasp the lower body and the tentacles, peel off the skin, cut it in sort of longish strips like this.
I don't think she really likes him that way, so I don't know.
Poor Mike is going to have his heart broken.
All right, well, after demo time, then it's show time, huh? The students make a variety of dishes. Now, rather than each student make the same dish, we try and expand the culinary repertoire.
Today in class, we are making a simple stir-fry, eggplant and a Szechuan sauce. And I went into the class thinking, no problem, my girlfriend's Chinese, her parents run a Chinese restaurant. I've stir-fried a gazillion times.
It's gotta be tender, right? Eggplant's one of those vegetables, if it's undercooked, it just tastes like sponge.
But Chef Steele has a very specific way he wants things done.
Stir, stir, stir. Stir, stir, stir.
So what is it that you're looking for when you're stir frying?
When I'm stir frying, you want to really be shaking, stirring, shaking, stirring.
I love using the wok. It's very aggressive, very fast. It takes a lot more than just, cooking. You have to really be aware, watching, listening to everything that's going on.
Back on the heat.
The key thing with the wok is to have it hot as hell.
So keep going, keep going.
Have you ever used like a cornstarch water mix to...
You want a thick gummy sauce, yes?
All the things that I thought I knew about Chinese woking,
but otherwise, no,
is apparently wrong.
I like Chef Steele's style.
Keep it moving, shake the wok, that's it.
I really like the way he operates.
So nice and neat, Alex, nice and neat. Center of the plate. You guys have gone to all this hard work, all this precise cutting, you just don't want to throw it on the plate, right? The skill development is something that you can teach. What you can't teach, though, I think, is the sort of passion for food. Still pretty tender. You either have that or you don't. You can try and instill it. You can try and inspire it. But really, that's something that students have to have. They have to have that deep down. Delicious. You guys get to try all the veg? Any notes? What do you think?
The broccoli's a bit underdone.
Ah, good. Kelsey. Seldom that we see someone who's really, really good, but every year you see the potential. Okay. Thank you very much, class.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Kelsey and I are going out tonight.
Mike and I have started to go out for drinks pretty often.
She's a bad influence on me.
Yeah, we do that often.
Well, I want to do homework, and then she'll come over and no, let's go drinking. Or she'll talk me into dancing.
I just like going to the bar and dancing. It's fun. Something to do.
Like, I'm not too good. It's just I have no inhibitions. Like, I'll dance like a fucking retard. But yeah, get a few brews in me, and this guy can move.
I've dated people who are tiny, rakishly thin, or I've dated people who are bigger than Mike. It has nothing to do with physical. I connect with people on an emotional level.
I'm one of those poor saps that wants a relationship.
Mike hasn't told me how he feels about me yet.
Of course I want to fool around with her.
And I guess I shouldn't extrapolate to say that, since I haven't heard it from him, I've heard it from other sources. Until he actually is able to tell me, then I can talk about it.
How would I make my move? Yeah, I can't tell you that. She might watch this. I gotta keep that secret.
Right now, I would say Matt is the best student.
Personally, I'm kind of jealous of Matt.
I mean, the guy knows his stuff.
I did fairly well on exams, and I'm kind of feeling a little bit of pressure and a little bit of angst from the other students.
He comes across a little bit as a stoner, but he's actually got his act together fairly well.
He can absorb like a sponge. Just observing him in class, it's incredible.
I love it all, to tell you the truth. I really love all food. Oh, I definitely want to be the best I can be and just cook for a long time.
Matt seems like such a good guy, and then on the other hand, he seems so competitive.
I'm here to learn, I'm not here to fuck around. Like, I don't need to worry about what other people are doing, I need to worry about myself.
I hate to think of myself as a competitive person, but I'm starting to feel myself getting jealous sometimes.
It's panel day today. That means we've got several important chefs coming here to rate our work.
I totally think I'm gonna win.
I'm gonna win panel today. I have to go in believing I'm gonna win panel.
I don't think it's gonna go over well if I win today.
Hello?
Hello?
I mean, there's always competition, but as soon as there's this thing in the room where you could win, then there are these fabulous people, but it really does push you.
Ben has a definite competitive streak. I can totally see it in him.
I want to do better than everybody else in the class. It's normal, right? I mean, it's a good way to learn.
Okay, it's a great pleasure to welcome Guy Rubino, executive chef of Rain Restaurant in Toronto. Welcome, Guy.
Thank you for
Pleasure
having
to have
me.
you here.
Guy Rubino is my hero.
I love his presentations.
Pleasure to be here.
And graduate of the Stratford Chef School, Jillian Talaco, chef and caterer.
The prize today is a stage from Guy at Rain in Toronto.
It just means a day in the kitchen with Guy Rubino. Like, that is really awesome.
We'll get to work in a kitchen right in the rush of things.
That's the dream of a lifetime for me right there.
So, good luck.
I really want to win this.
I think we do stand a good chance to win. I really do.
I've kind of started from the bottom here, and so I've got nowhere to go but up.
Okay, guys, first presentation is up. We're ready.
I'm hungry.
Some great smells.
Would you like to introduce your dish?
I would. It is a stir-fried chicken with Chinese broccoli.
I like the color of the chicken. I think I would like to see a little bit less liquid already. It looks like it's already kind of swimming, and I'll tell you why. Is that I think that it's every stir fry, it should always like be very crispy and dry. And
well, I also would like to see the vegetables looking a little crispier.
They're very picky.
I don't think Richard and Alex are contenders today.
Wow. Here we have Kung Pao Chicken.
It could be a bit more caramelized, the chicken, I think.
I agree. I was looking for a bit more browning on the surface of the chicken. It suggests that there's enough heat in that wok.
And the wok was, what was the problem with the wok?
It was smoking, but it didn't go past the smoking stage.
You're trying to teach them to heat it so that it's past the smoking stage so that you know it's hot.
Yeah.
Right.
Learning by mistakes.
Learning by mistake.
Go over so it doesn't drip all over the side of the bowl.
Right.
Perfect. Right in the middle. Beauty.
Okay, are we ready?
Andrew?
Okay. So we're providing stir-fried chicken with tamarind glaze. This is actually adapted from a Jean-Georges recipe.
It's got shiitake mushrooms, some bean sprouts, small fresh chilies, Thai chilies.
I don't think this one could win because of the chicken.
First thing that hit me was the aroma. A beautiful, fresh aroma that came off the dish.
I think it's very aromatic in flavor. I can really taste the fresh herbs.
I mean, you can never lose with fresh herbs. And I'm so happy that you threw in the basil in the end and everything else, because it really excites the palate before you get a chance to actually eat it, which is great. The flavor's great. I love the balance of the tamarind that's in here.
So it has tamarind in it.
And I'm a big tamarind freak.
I really love tamarind, and I love the fact that there's tamarind in this dish. Like, they didn't make the dish. They didn't design it. Did anyone tell these people that?
I would have liked a little more chili. Well, that was the other thing I was going to touch on. A little bit of chili to, gotta get some heat in there.
I actually doubled the amount of chilies that I was supposed to use because I thought they weren't as hot as they could be, and it still didn't come out as hot.
Other than that, I think it tastes great.
Good dish.
I don't think we did a bad job, but I just think that especially Dave and Joyce have a little bit of an edge on us today.
I'm just making this dish the best I can possibly do it, flavor-wise and presentation-wise.
Presentation, before we ruin it,
yes.
It's really quite pretty.
Curly.
Simple, but pretty.
And then Eleanor, and I was like, my heart stopped. Like, oh no, here it comes.
Yeah, I love this sort of curlicue of the green onion on the top. Color contrast, texture, height.
And she had nothing but good things to say. And so it was like, oh, yes, finally.
To me, this is meeting a lot of criteria that's important to me, and I'll tell you why. First of all, the contrast of the crunchy celery up against the woodier mushrooms or the black fungus is phenomenal. I love that combination.
I think they're a contender for sure, yeah. I think they've done a good job today.
I'm really hoping that, that we'll be able to beat them with what we have.
Ben and Allison's dish looks okay, other than the fact that Ben put about a foot-long piece of scallion on top of the plate.
I'm liking it. It's going well.
Well, I think it needed to marinate a bit longer because I'm getting a bit of a bounce back when I chew.
My meat was not tender enough because I didn't have time, impossible time, to tenderize it the way he wanted it. So it's all about his personal taste.
That was my experience. On the 2 pieces I tasted, the first one was tender, and the second one was quite sinuous.
I think they're lacking in the point where they were both seemed to be really stressed out and they might not have put as much love into the plate as they should have. I think I've heard someone say somewhere, cook with love and love to cook.
Good, off, move it all. Okay. First off, the vegetables are cooked really well. Perfect. Crunch. It's to the point that I can still taste what the vegetable is supposed to taste like, which is really important. Obviously, the presentation was very cute.
Cute. I was going for manly.
You know, cute is fine. Cute can be very nice too as well. I love the amount of sesame seeds that are in this dish as well.
It's perfect. They haven't said there's anything wrong with it.
Got to boost your confidence a little bit, you know.
And the little baton of the carrot and the celery, very carefully done. And,
which were also the same
again,
size as well.
all evenly cut, exactly the same size.
The cuteness.
I've had now 4 different pieces of beef, and they're all consistently the same amount of flavor, the same amount of texture, which is great. Consistency is very, very important.
Well done. Thank you.
Oh no, it just like, it tore my heart out to see Mike and Kelsey, you know, inching ahead of me at the end.
Oh, yeah.
If it's not us who wins the dish, I think it will most likely be Mike and Kelsey.
Let's just start off by saying this was a really, really tough decision. Because in some cases, you mastered some elements of it, and then, you know, you failed by another. But the one dish that I think we all agreed upon that sort of really came through was the chicken in the tamarind, which is Matt and Andrew.
Excuse me? What? That versus that?
No, sorry. I was caught off guard. Left field, if you will.
Like, personally, I think it was just because Guy Rubino likes tamarind.
So, gentlemen, we will discuss a date later on, but I will look forward to seeing you spending a day in my kitchen. And if all goes well, and you make it through the day, I'd like you to stay and have dinner, and you can critique my food. All right? Congratulations. Look forward to seeing you there.
Thanks, Alan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Allison and Ben both looked the most pissed of everyone.
Everyone's gonna say, Ben, you're pissed off because Matt and Andrew, you know, the guy that you're sort of in competition with, now just won basically against you, and you're pissed about that.
You loser! Yeah, there is the odd person that's getting really frustrated with, you know, Matt winning everything and nobody else getting a chance to shine. Matt's kind of like, you know, like a bit of a cloud over us all, kind of shading everything that we do. But I think it makes us more competitive and really brings out the best in all of us.
Next time on Chef School.
I think we're screwed.
Tick-tock, right? Get them in the goddamn oven.
Out of the blue, in the middle of the night, I get this phone call from Alex, freaking out.
I couldn't believe it. I didn't understand.
I'm surprised nobody called the police.
He's a sociopath. He knows it's wrong, but he just doesn't care.
I know I should not drink at this point.
So would you be willing to stop while you're at chef school?
The thing that he needs to do is hit his absolute bottom.
There's been a change.